Welcome to the Man Utd stream. Hope you're doing well. We had some breaking news, so we thought we'll bring it to you, and it's to do with Man Utd and their revenue for this year. We knew that there was going to be an announcement today on Man Utd's profits and losses, and we've had some surprising news to do with Man Utd's revenue. What do you think it is? If you were to guess, what would you think it'd be? Do you think it'd be Man Utd are making a profit or Man Utd making a loss? Well, their profits are actually up. That's what's shocking. I genuinely thought Man Utd's profits might be down, but we're hearing that Man Utd earned a record financial revenue of £666.5 million last year. Despite the poor performances on the pitch, United have made a huge amount of profit off the pitch. Now I'll read the report that I've got in front of me so you can make sense of it with me. I'm reading it first time as well. So United finished 15th in the Premier League last season. No secret about that. Their worst placing since 1973 and 74 relegation campaign. Wow, that was last year. This is why question marks are on Ruben Amorim. But anyway, come back to the revenue. Forget about Ruben Amorim for right now. However, the start of their 5-year front of shirt sponsorship deal with Snapdragon enabled them to post record commercial revenues of £333.3 million, whilst also match day revenue was also a record high at £160.3 million. We knew the prices were hiked last year by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and well, this is the result of it. They've made £160.3 million as a result. Now, the report goes on to say that to have generated record revenues during such a challenging year for the club demonstrates the resilience which is the hallmark of Manchester United. Look, we all know Man United are a huge commercial club. We've all heard it before. We heard it from Louis van Gaal when he left. He said, look, United are a commercial beast. It's all about a company set up, a business where they're making lots of money, but the football inside is being neglected. That's what he said, and it's clear. We can see it right now. Can you imagine what it would be like if United were successful on the pitch as well? United would be making crazy amount of money. This is why the urgency is there. This is why I keep saying that we as a club need to focus on the pitch, and if we get that right, this will be a mega club, and the rest of the clubs out there will not be able to compete. The likes of Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, they all look at Man United and they'd love to be in Man United's commercial position, and United need to take full advantage of this commercial success and this commercial power, because it's only going to last so much. After a while, these are going to dry up. All these commercial sponsorship deals are going to dry up if United are not doing well and the fan base is not happy, and United are nowhere near competing against the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool and Man City in the Premier League. And then you've got in the Europe, you've got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, who will all carry on making huge amounts of revenue and might completely go out in the distance and not be able to be, United might not be able to catch up if they carry on having this much success. And we've seen under this new structure, on the Champions League structure, clubs are making huge amounts of money. Anyway, coming back to this report, that was Brada who said that, the whole hallmark of Man United resilience and blah blah blah. That was Brada, Chief Executive Omar Brada, who came out with that. He made no mention of the struggles on the pitch currently. So breaking down the figures a little bit more so we can understand exactly where United made profit and loss, well, let's go into it. So broadcasting revenue, United made 172 million from the broadcasting revenue. That was actually down from the year before, which was £48 million less. So we made a lot more in broadcasting revenue. Of course, we were out of competitions, Champions League, blah blah blah. So that has a knock-on effect. Now, match day revenue, as we said, has gone up. So it went up to 160 million, and that was up by 23 million on the year before. Operating expenses, now they come in at 733.6 million. So that's 733 333.6 million, and they're down by 34.9 million. So that's a good thing. United have made a saving on their 34.9 million in their operating expenses. Employee benefit expenses. This is a controversial one because we know INEOS have been cutting expenses for employees, and this is down by 51.5 million pounds. That's massive. That is a massive saving. It was down to 313.2 million, a saving of 51.5 million from the year before. Employee expenses benefit. I mean, you know, as I don't even know what to say about that. I'm not quite sure whether that's a good department to be saving in or not. Do you not want your employees to be happy? But anyway, coming back to the commercial revenue, and that was up to 333.3 million, and that was an increase of 30.4 million in the commercial revenue. These are huge figures. I know it's going to probably, some of these figures will be going over your head, but these are really important figures because it shows where Man United are making that money. Will we get a repeat of this next year? Probably not, because look, United have made their money from cutting expenses. That's what we can see. We need to be improving on the pitch to get these commercial deals and broadcasting revenues up. That's what we need to do. There's only so much cost we can save when it comes to employee expenses and expenses on everything else. And look, you can't keep on increasing the prices for match day tickets. You can't do that because look, there's all other clubs out there who are not charging what United will be charging. If that's the case, United will be, loads of people will not want to come and watch rubbish football being played and pay a lot of money for it. So that's inevitable that United can't keep on increasing the prices for match day tickets. So look, overall it's positive. It's positive that United haven't fallen far behind the clubs that are already in the Champions League and getting lots of revenue. But this year is going to be crucial. This year, these clubs are going to probably take another step away from United, and United haven't got any other competition to look forward to apart from the Premier League. And that's why it's so important that United get the act together and start performing. That's why this question on Ruben Amorim's future at United is even more pivotal. Do United let this club sink further down in the financial rankings? Because if they don't want that, they will need to make sure United qualify for the Champions League this season. It is an absolute imperative that United get that done. Drop your comments below, guys, on this. Let us know what you think about United and it's their revenue. Is it positive for you, or do you think it's just it's just a one-off and United might be still going under and financially going to suffer as a result of not doing well on the pitch? Or do you think commercially United will always be a mega brand? And who does this ultimately benefit? Is it the Glazers? Because they're still 75% ownership of this club. You remember, INEOS only on 25%. So why is Sir Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS working so hard to make all these savings to benefit the Glazers? Ultimately the Glazers are the ones who are going to take the money home, the dividends home, if United start making huge profits. So what is all that about? Drop your comments below on that as well. You were watching the Man Utd Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans.